or that I'd have to say goodbye to you so fast. I'm so numb I can't feel anymore. I'm praying you just walk back through that door and tell me that I was only dreaming. You're not really gone as long as I believe. There will be another angel around the throne tonight. Your love lives on inside of me, and I will hold on tight. It's not my place to question, only God knows why. I'm just jealous of the angels around the throne tonight.
दुनिया का क्या है उसमें सदा बार बार जैसे गुजर सकी ये शबे गम गुजार दी बाकी किसी ने प्यार की जीती यहाँ बाकी किसी ने प्यार की नाटक के झूठे नशे में हुजूर गरीबों की दुनिया में रहते हुजूर अजी एक दिन ऐसा आएगा जब माटी में सब मिल जाएगा माटी की घोरन माटी की सावन माटी का तन बन जाएगा माटी में सब मिल जाएगा आसमान से भी ऊंची तेरी आँख है और कभी तो क्या नहीं कि तेरी सांस है इसका तू हिसाब कर अंगूठा उंगलियों पे भर कितनी खर्च कर रहा भलाई में कितनी तू लगा रहा बुराई में भलाई का फल रह जाएगा बाकी माटी में सब मिल जाएगा माटी ही घोरन माटी की सावन माटी का तन बन जाएगा माटी में सब मिल जाएगा ऊंची हवेली के ऊंचे महल ऊंची हवेली के ऊंचे महल पल भर में जाएंगे पगले बदल तू किसी की दुआ दुनिया तेरी माटी ही औरत माटी बिछावन माटी का तन बन जाएगा माटी में सब मिल जाएगा दौलत से टूटे नशे में वजूद जहाँ की रुत बदल चुकी ना जाने तुम कब आओगे नजारे दिखा के सो गए सितारे की रोशनी लुटा लुटा के सो गए हर एक शम्मा जल चुकी
राम नाम सत्य है सबका यही कहते हैं व्यवस्था में रहते हैं। मेरे friends, we have all gathered here this morning to pay our final tribute to one who was with us, stayed with us, lived amongst us in so many ways as mother, sister, grandmother, grandparent, a friend. So many ways one soul played in this body and this land. So it's only fitting for us that we give her the most honored and civilized departure. Bow our heads in prayer. Hari Om Shantakaram Bhujagashainam Padmanabham Suresham Vishwadharam Gagane Sadrisham Megavaranam Shubhangam Lakshmi Kantam Kamalaneynam Yogi Virdhyanagamyam Bande Vishnum Bhavabhayaram Sarvalokaikanatham Om Vishnave Namah Om Vishnave Namah Om Vishnave Namah. Ram Naam Satya hai sabka yhi hai. The flowers are the thing. Please be seated. Thank you. Name and son of the Guru. Like that. Such a time. Let us do that. Right and practice to learn to do that on your right. I want you guys to see after me. So we have to register this thing. Somebody up there listening to what he's doing and observing what's happening also. So say Om Vishnu, 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 Adhya, Sri, Brahmane, Vitye, Pararde, Sri, Shwe, Varah, Kalpi, Vaivashvat, Manvantare, Ashtavin, Shatitame, Kalyuge, Kali, Pratham, Charani, Trinidad, Deshi, Genda Road, Grame, Aryavat, Antargata, Brahmavat, Pradeshe, Punya, Kshetre, Baudha, Vatare, Vartaman, Yathanam, Samvatsari, Putra, Aine, Phalgun, Mase, Shukla, Pakshe, Dvitiya, Tithau, Chandra, Vasre, Devji, Nakshatre, Brahma, Yog, Kaulav, Karne, Min Rasi, Sthiti, Surya, Min Rasi, Shashanke, Shesheshu, Graheshu, Yatha Yatha Rasi, Stanis Theshu. Take your names now. Now we all say Yajmanasya, Kashyap, Gotrasya, Sonia, Pretasya, Pretatva, Anteshti, Karma, Aham, Kalishye. Om, Krishna, Arpan. Touch it to your forehead. Place it at the feet. Touch your forehead. Just sprinkle water on the body from entire body. That is Angari doing that. Om Adya Kaishya Putrasya Sunya Pretasya Vidasanisham Namnimit Nanam Maya Diyate Tavam Pratishthitam Nanam Maya Diyate Tavam Pratishthitam. Putrasya Sunya Pretasya Mitastanesham Namnimit Chandanam Maya Diyate Tavu Pratishthitam. Adhya Kaishya Putrasya Sunya Pretasya Mitastanesham Namnimit Chandanam Maya Diyate Tavu Pratishthitam. Adhya Kaishya Putrasya Sunya Pretasya Mitastanesham Namnimit Chandanam Maya Diyate Tavu Pratishthitam. The entire body and give them body to do the same thing. Very heavy. Press it, press it. Gandham Maya Diyate Tavu Pratishthitam. Adhya Kaishya Putrasya Mitastanesham Namnimit Gandham Maya Diyate Tavu Pratishthitam. Leave the bottle in the box there. Gandham Maya Diyate Tavu Pratishthitam. Adhya Kaishya Putrasya. Do the same thing what this guy did. Pushpamal Maya Diyate Tavu Pratishthitam. Adhya Kaishya Putrasya Sunya Pretasya Mitastanesham Namnimit Pushpamal Maya Diyate Tavu Pratishthitam. So you touch his hands again. Put on your tika, put on your tika, tika one more, give it. Yamgari Mahaguri Andina over the entire body. Come this side. Begin to walk from. Walk with me. Right hand. Swing. Give it to one body. Do this. Where is it? Yamgari Mahaguri Andina Tamasasti Tasalupam Arthaya Deepoyam Upatishthitam. Adhya Kaishya Putrasya Mitastanesham Namnimit Deepam Maya Diyate Tavu Pratishthitam. Adhya Kaishya Putrasya Mitastanesham Namnimit Deepam Maya Diyate Tavu Pratishthitam. Yamgari Mahagore Andhena Tamasajite Satarupam Arthaya Deepoyam Upatishthitam. Deepoyam Upatishthitam. One more. Yamgari Mahagore Andhena Tamasajite Satarupam Arthaya Deepoyam Upatishthitam. Okay. Somebody open your right hand. Om Adhya Kashyap Putrasya Sonia Pritasya Mitastanisham Nam Nimit Nimit Ishade Pindu Mayadiyate Chavu Pratishita. Open your right hand.
Yeah, see.
Right. वसवो पवित्रमसि शतधारं वसवो पवित्रमसि सहस्रधारं देवस्य सवितां नातु वसवो ओम पवित्रे शतधारेण सुवक्क कामदुक्षः वसुभ्य पीतवाह नमः। ओम वर्णस्तुभ्यं नमसि वर्णस्तस्तं सर्जनिष्ठु वर्णस्तदित सदन्यसि वर्णस्तद सरमासीद ओम वरुणाय नमः वेदसंखाय नमः। ओम उतनो हि गुण्यस्नुत्पज एकपात् पृथ्वी समुद्र विश्वदेवः पितृवृद्धो भुवान् सुताः मंत्र कविशस्था अवन्तु अजय कपादाय पीतसंखाय वेतपाय नमः। ओम शिवो नामासि स्वरिष्ठे पिता नमस्ते अस्तु माहि वंशे हरे पुण्याय नमः पेट भूमिकाय नमः। ओम पूषं तव प्रतेयन्न कदाचन तुतारसयामसि उष्णे नमः प्रेतहत्रे नमः। So I just want to invite the immediate family. There's the very immediate family. Grandson, son, daughter-in-law can come and put a mala and make a result. So you can come at this point in time. While that is happening, we will sing a little bhajan. Jai Krishna Hare Shri Krishna Hare Dukhiyon ke dukh dur kare Jai 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 Krishna Hare Jai Krishna Hare Shri Krishna Hare Dukhiyon ke dukh dur kare Jai 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 Krishna Hare। जब चारों तरफ अंधियारा हो आशा का नूर किनारा हो जब चारों तरफ अंधियारा हो आशा का नूर किनारा हो और कोई नगे बनहारा हो और कोई नगे बनहारा हो जब तू ही मेरा पार करे जय 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 कृष्ण अमृत कर दे, तू चाहे तो सब कुछ कर दे, विष को भी अमृत कर दे, पूर्ण कर दे सबकी आशा, पूर्ण कर दे सबकी आशा, जो भी तेरा ध्यान धरे, जो भी तेरा ध्यान धरे, जय 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 कृष्ण हरे, जय कृष्ण हरे, श्री कृष्ण हरे, दुखियों के दुख दूर करे, जय 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 कृष्ण हरे, ओ जय 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 कृष्ण हरे। राम नाम सत्य है, सत्य। As I've always said, you know what satya means? What is satya? Satya means the truth. You believe in the truth? Yes? What is seen in front of us here? That's one of the truths of life. That's the truth you have no control over. No control. How many of us are ready for this truth? There is no when and how and why it will come. But to come, it must come. It's the law of God. Just as how you have no control over your death, you have no control over your birth. Is that true? Yes or no? Yes? You have no control over your birth. You don't know where you're going to take birth. You have no control to who become your mommy and your daddy, your father and mother. You have no control over that. You have no control to become your brother or your sister. You have no control over that. You have no control to the kind of culture and country that you're born under. You have no control over that. So there are some things in life somebody is in control. Somebody up there. You can refer him to as the master, the Lord of the entire cosmos, whatever you consider it to be. Somebody has control over those things. So B for birth, B for death. Is that right? No control over that. Between B and D in the alphabet, what do you have coming between B and D? What comes between B and D? C. A, B, C. Is that right? Yes? So C stands for control. So between birth and death, our life, we can control it between the birth and the death of our life. That's where our life is. The journey of our life is between birth and death, where you have control. How much do you take charge of your control? Or you allow others to control you? Or you allow circumstances to control you? Or some other means dictate controlling you? Are you with me? Your life is in your hands. Control means choice. You have a choice as to how you would like your journey of life to be before you come to this stage. Mrs. Sonia, I know her for a very long time. She was always a humble person, ever since I know. She stuck to her religion. She never changed it over time. If God has placed me in such a condition, I want to state that He must know why He put me in that culture, to understand certain facets of life. And she stick with it until death to her part. That doesn't mean to say that you must not upgrade your life. If you upgrade your life for the better, fine. But if you upgrade your life and you still in those what you call trying circumstances that want to control you, then something is wrong. So C for control, C for choice. If you can make choices, that means you can make a good decision. So one of the things you have the power in your hands is that you have the power to make a good decision about your life. Good decision means that you have learned something about life. So mother and father would have, their first duty was to send you to school, to learn and become somebody that can assist you to become a better person as you get older and older and older in your life. Every time you grow, every time there's an incremental change in your life, there must be that change that will take you closer to your Maker. It seems to me the only thing that makes sense, really, is your God. There's a time will come, the house doesn't make sense. Money in your pocket doesn't make sense. Food doesn't make sense. Is that true? You talk to the COVID person on the deathbed, and you hear what they will tell you. You hear what they will tell you. एक प्यार करना तो माँ है. Some people, एक प्यार करना तो माँ है. The only thing that makes sense about life is the love that you live with your family, the love that you live with your children, the love that you live with your neighbors, the love that you live in your country. The only thing that makes sense. The only thing that will inspire you to live. So live for the sake of love for God. Most important. Love for God. Like Sonia did. Are you with me? So, what we have seen in front of us, there is no control. Does it mean that her life has come to an end? Oh no. She's now going to embark on another journey. You see, my dear friends, we are made up of two things. That which is inside of us, unseen, alive, difficult to die, difficult is unmarriable, cannot die. This thing just cannot die. You ask me how it is made, so I don't know, you better ask the maker how he made it like that. He is in charge. So there are two parts that you, one cannot die and one dies. That we call the body, this human body. In truth and in fact, there is no death to the body either. Because when you go to the cremation site, in 2 hours time, the fire will just disintegrate the body. And all the components of that body, the earth, the air, the warmth, the space that this body used to occupy, will just go back to where it came from. It's like you have gone to somebody's celebration or something, and you're not going to be living there. You're going to come back to where you live, come back to your home. So too those elements of the body, they'll all go back to where they have come from. Only when you are born, then the soul takes the body. Otherwise there is no body. And there's a good reason why God has given us a body. And to cause the soul to be housed in that body. There's a nice definition in the Hindu tradition about the value of being born human. All scriptures, even the Bible, have said, we are the closest thing to the eyes of God. We are made in the image, remember that word before? We are made in the image and the likeness of the divine. If you can think about that, now go and go behave yourself. Made in the image and the likeness of the divine. So, this body is defined as a sadhana dham. Sadhana means it's a kind of house in which a person should practice some kind of nobility, some kind of godly attribute about their lives. So they get up in the morning, for example, and you see a mom and your dad. If you are a Hindu person, you will say Sita, Pitaji, Sita, Mataji. Your voice would have carried from you the nobility that you are born under. You will use your hands to perform those kinds of activities that will continue to uplift your life, not only for yourself, but for the people in your community, the people in your country who have seen you as a person of a noble nature. This body is given for that. Isn't that so? Yes? So, those who use their body to practice some kind of nobility in the way God has designed it to be, you're good. You're blessed. You're blessed. You're blessed. You're blessed. On the other hand, of course, if you take your body through your voice, through your hands, through your attitude, through your intention to hurt somebody, you miss the boat badly. You miss the boat badly, badly, badly. While the COVID was on last day, I was looking at the news in America, CNN news, and there was this white guy, he had good age. One of the CNN reporters was interviewing him, and he noticed that he was crying on the deathbed, if I should call it that. So the guy asked him, "What are you crying about?" As the reporter is asking the guy on the bed. He said, "Sir, this is not tears of sorrow, this is not tears of sadness, sir. When I was a little boy, my father told me," this is a white man saying now, "that son, you're born as a young guy in this world. There are lots of people being born in this world and are suffering in one way or the other. Son, do anything in your power to make somebody happy, to help them relieve their difficulty, to help them relieve their distresses." He says, "Sir, I took that word of my father to heart. And you see these tears that are coming out here? These are tears of joy. I felt so happy, I had the capacity, I was able to do something for somebody. Now probably the God must have wanted me to come home. And I'm glad to go and meet my Maker." He didn't blame the COVID, he didn't blame anybody else. He was glad that he was able to use his human birth to do something for somebody. How much of you have traveled that road? How much of you? I'm looking on the news this morning, the child who got all the distinctions. You heard it on the news? Yes? All the A's and distinctions and so on in her CXC and her CAPE exams and so on. And the mother was saying that she was the only breadwinner for the child. Sole breadwinner, single parent. And the kind of traumatic exercises that you have to do to work hard just to allow this child to go to school and to become somebody. She was happy that the child gained her examination, passed her examination. She was happy that her efforts didn't go in vain. And she thought to herself, at least I was born to make my child somebody. I didn't have that opportunity to go to school, but at least my daughter had that opportunity. So for somebody, when you're born in this world, it's not only for yourself. As a matter of fact, when you help somebody, you're already helping yourself. And by helping yourself, the Master, the God, wherever He is seeing your effort, is seeing your action, and you become blessed. And you become blessed. So really, this is not a free will just to come down here and just do what you want. I'm looking at some of the clippings in Brazil recently. So everybody is saying in the world, wear your mask, go social distancing, let's keep down the COVID rate. And then in Brazil you have these wild human beings locked up in a room somewhere, couple bunches of them, doing all kinds of things that will spread the disease in Brazil. You know, Brazil right now has a very high rate of the COVID infection. Are you aware of that? Yes? When you do not follow rules, my dear friends, when you do not follow rules, trouble will take you. God has listed some rules about our life. I'll just give you some of them. When you're born human, there is a duty waiting for you to be done. There is a purpose for your life. Nice verse of the Bhagavad Gita that says, Jata sahi dhruvo mrityu, dhruvam janma mritasya cha, tasmad paryayate, natvam shochitum arhasi. That anything that has been born in this world, anything, everything that has been born in this world, the end of that must come. Does only affect Sonia. It affects all of us. As a human being, we were born and we will die. The animals were born and they will die. Trees will be born and trees will die. The earth will be born and the earth will die. Are you with me? Sometimes relationships are born and relationships die too. Governments are born and governments die too. Once something has taken birth in the world, it is subjected to birth and death. When you understand that law, that's not a law for Hindu people, it's a universal law. Natvam shochitum arhasi. Natvam shochitum arhasi means we do not grieve over that which is inevitable, which is bound to happen. We do not grieve over that. You ever grieve when a dog gets bombed? A bird falls from the sky and dies? You don't grieve over that. Is that so? You say, God must be doing so. Because probably you're not close enough to feel the connection. Because our mother and son, we feel the connection. So in the same way, not from shochitum arhasi. Do not grieve over that which is inevitable in our life. Come now. Satya means the truth. So as you live this life, my dear friends, always look out for the truth. What is really the truth about life? When somebody commits a crime, you just lock them up just like for no reason. What do you do? You begin to try to investigate. What is the truth that this guy is here locked up today? There's always, that's why you have to know the judges and what have you, trying to figure out what really happened. There is a truth. That truth is for all of mankind. You have to look out for it. You have to watch out for it. You have to reflect upon it. You have to ask God to show you it. And when you have seen that truth about life, your whole expressions about life will change. You will become humble, like Sonia. Become more reflective, more expressive. As a human being, you will become too. You will be grumpy and angry all the time. That's not part of a human makeup. A human makeup, you are supposed to be happy. You're supposed to be pleasant people. And to share that pleasantness with those who come near and dear to us all the time. The other factors of the world are just the things that help us keep our pleasantness alive. Eka pyar karne ka maan hai. Meaning that this world is made out of love. Love for God, most important. Love for each other. Expressions of goodness towards each other. This world has given to all of us. Rana? So let's sing a bhajan. I should have a copy there. You have a bhajan and a copy, you know? You have a bhajan? Come, John. You sing it to me. You know, I spoke to this girl over the phone. I have never seen a pleasant voice like Joanne. You can never forget for one moment that somebody died in the house and she's upset and she's, fidgety, anxious, anxiety. But a very pleasant voice. Now I wish everybody could have a voice like Joanne. Thank you, my dear. So they have a bhajan there. You have sung Jai Krishna Hari. Eka Dina Chuti Jai Sansar. Probably open your copy, we'll probably sing it together. So you will follow with me. Eka Dina Chuti Jai Sansar. That bhajan says that one day we'll have to leave this world and go. Would there be a return? I've always said, death is not the problem. That is the rule. That is the law. That is really not the problem. What do you think the problem is? Anybody? Food is not a problem because God gives it. That is not a problem either. He controls it. So what do you think is the problem? Anybody? Tell me. You all are bigger than me. Yes? The problem is where are you going to go next? Next. You know this world. You came under a good mommy and a daddy. You're born under a good country. You had food. You saw teachers. You saw a school door. You got a job. Who say for sure when you leave this existence you're going to get the same thing? Who say for sure? If you want the same thing that you had or better, you better pay for it. In other words, nothing will come to you for free unless you make an investment to life. And I just spoke about the many things you can do to invest. Your body is an instrument which will help you to invest in life in such a manner that when the soul should leave this world, whenever it comes, it will achieve another body. Until God says, son, Lord, time to come home. Time to come home. You have done enough. You have done enough in the world. Really, the final job really is to go back to the feet of the divine and don't return. Who said we will not come back again? Who said? This is not your first birth. It may not even be your last. So the problem really is not the death. That will come. The problem really is where are you going to go next? I'm looking at the news this morning. I'm looking at the country in Yemen. Oh, you all seen the news in Yemen? You follow the news? When you follow the news, you'll see a Bible and your Ramayana and heart, you'll see what this world gives. You'll see death. You'll see suffocation, children, an entire country. You'll see war. You'll see pestilence. You'll see hunger. You don't have that in hand away. Can you imagine you want to get in one of those countries? You might say, God, what did I do? God, what did I do? That you placed me in such a circumstance? If you know, you will not like to be in such a circumstance in the next dimension, you better put the deposits now. Because deposits of being a good human being. Firstly to yourself, to your parents, to your community, to your country. Your education becomes a tool to help you achieve those goals. Are you with me? Yes? So let us sing this bhajan. Eka pyar, eka dina, chuti jaye sansar. Ek din means one day, chuti means to leave this world. Eka dina chuti jaye sansar. Everyone? Look at the copy. Eka dina chuti jaye sansar. Eka dina chuti jaye sansar. So again, the full time means that one day to come, you have to leave this physical world. Jinke laak par deep parat hai wo. Jinke laak par deep parat hai wo. Jaate wahan pasar. Someone was spelled wrong here. Jaate wahan pasar. Ek din chuti jaye. Jaate wahan pasar. You Sonia carrying anything in her hand? She comes with something and hand to back now. Nothing to go. Not even the body she's going to carry with her. Not even her own body. Because we're going to burn it in a couple of hours from now. Or bury it as some people do. Not many ways of disposal, But Hindu traditions have it the best through the medium of the fire. The fire is a very, what you call a very purificatory element that will take this body back to its original source. Raja rang ka pukal nahi chinahat. Raja rang ka pukal nahi chinahat. Sabke karat ahaar, sabke karat ahaar. Ek din chuti jaye sansaro. Ek din chuti jaye. Oh, ek din chuti jaye sansar. king, rank means a beggar. Whether you're born as a beggar, whether you're born as a king, whatever you're born as, this thing they call the ending of your time will come. Kal means time. Sabake Karat means this law will affect everything in God's universe, even the things without life. If this house is left undisturbed for a number of years, as I was coming through the fishing pond road there, and I saw a house just at the corner, I can't remember the exact street there. The whole house is covered with bush. You have seen it? Yes? The whole house is covered with bush. It's a big house, concrete house. So Mother Earth is going to take it back. And even if after that time, it will begin to crumble and go back to its original. So even something that is inanimate also is subjected to death. You made it, you call it the bird. Leave it alone, it also will go back to where it comes from. So this law is a very perfect law, strong law, and affects everything in the universe except one thing. What is that one thing? One thing is not subjected to that law or that rule. It's that which is inside of you. That which is inside of you. That is called your soul, your atma, your spirit, your consciousness. You call it what? There's nothing in the world that could bring that to an end, not even God himself. Because that has become a part and parcel of the Maker. It goes back to this. I'm very happy these days, and don't take my word for it. I'm very happy these days that the people on YouTube, you not realize what of YouTube, this and that. When somebody outside here is putting up on YouTube, when you die, what happens to you? Don't take my word for it. You go and investigate it yourself and see what you will be when you exit this body. When you exit this body, the body will just be lying flat there and this thing coming up. Going where? It's only going to that place where it had invested while it was alive. So if you have invested in tremendous goodness and decency about your life, where would you go? Only that you're going to get in return. There's a guy called Isaac Newton. He gives a lot of laws of motion. One of the motion is, to every action is completed for me, somebody. To every action is a equal, it's equal and opposite. So if you give of something that is ugly, ugliness will return to you. That's the law. You just can't get away from that. The Hindus call it karma. The guy called it the laws of motion. Whatever you put out there in life, that in itself will come back to you. If the child who had passed his exam did not, what they call, burn the midnight oil and work and toil, you think that they'll have the distinction and all the letters of A? Oh no. So if you want something good in your life and if you want to win the Lord, you've got to work for it. It doesn't come for free. When you go to church, you pray. Don't think about people's business. The only job that you have is people's interest. So I'm coming along the road here. This question wondering. So maybe the higher authority don't want to help you see about the road. And I was just thinking in my mind, I wonder if the people could come together as a society and go to the authority and say, sir, bring the materials for us and we will patch the hole for free. I'm just saying. Because all of us have to use the road. Are you with me? You don't mind people's business. You mind people's the interest that also will affect you too. Ramna? Veda Puran Grantha Bahu Vidhi Padha. Ved means the scriptures. Ved Puran Grantha, these are all scriptures. So all scriptures said that when you are born in this world, the things that individual will come to an end. Veda Puran Grantha Bahu Vidhi Padha. Koi na pavat paan. Yet nobody wants to understand it. Have you opened your Bible and recognized that this law is at hand in the Bible? Did you see it? Did you read it? Did you appreciate it? Did you work with it? Bhavasagar mein jeevan naiya ho. So this whole world is called like a big ocean. You have to cross this ocean. Some days are good. Some days are bad, some days are very bad. Especially if COVID hit you. Bad. So some doctor will come and probably release you. This life, Jivan means the life, has to go through all these travails on this earthly plane. Ram means God in this case. So only God must take you through this worldly ocean. God. Everything that you do in your life, my dear friends, there must be some kind of remembrance of your Maker. There's a nice verse in the Hanuman Chalisa. You know, the second line says, one has to remember Hanuman Baba. Those Sumire Hanumat Balavida. Those Sumire means to reflect upon or remember. If every moment of your life you have this connection with your Maker, you think life will be hard? Even the hard things will look easy in front of you. The hard things about life will look easy in front of you if your life is touched by, connected by the Maker. That's why we, human beings in particular, when we go to church, we ask God, hold our hands now. Walk with us through this life of ours, Lord, that we can speak well to our husband, our wives, and our children. Be nice to somebody else. God, walk with us. You might see something ugly, we should not comment about it, but do our best we can find a solution to eradicate it. I'm just saying. That's the power of being human. You have the power to change and to make something better in your life. So looking at there, one human being who has a body, now exiting this body. He's just going to dispose of it in a very nice and orderly fashion. God bless this soul. I know her for quite a long time. She was always engaged in doing her prayers. You all know her better than me. Over the years, she calls her family and to become part and parcel of that system as well. Whenever she had her prayers, she used to come and support her. Now, Satya. So Satya means the truth. So we have at this point, I think, Joan will read the eulogy for us. Eulogy, you know what is eulogy? Yes? Right, you know what eulogy. So, sometimes we do not know everything about a person, but somebody will have observed something about the person. And we can always take a page in a person's life to repair or fix our own life through the eulogy. Come, John. God bless you.
Sitaram, good morning everyone. Let us give God thanks for the earthly life of Mrs. Sonia Ramdeen as we reflect. Firstly, on behalf of the Ramdeen family, we would like to express our gratitude to all who are gathered here today, whether it be physically or virtually. We have received phone calls, text messages, visits, and social media messages from many that express their sincerest condolences. The family is very appreciative as these sentiments have been not only very comforting in this very difficult time, but also is a reminder of the impact that Aji had on the lives of so many. Sonia Ramdeen was fondly known by many in the village as Ma Ramdeen, and as Aji or Nani by her many grandchildren, great-grandchildren, and great-great-grandchildren. She was the daughter of the late Mr. and Mrs. Sahadev December, who came to Trinidad as indentured laborers from India. Sonia had two other sisters, Sukiya and Popo, and 7 brothers, namely Manu, Angad, John, Mahadev, Sugrim, Charlie, and Boya. She was born in the humble village of Lopino in Aruca, and later married her husband, Ramdeen. They gave birth to 8 children: Ramu, Saga, Ramjit, Baliram, Ramkumar, Galana, Dudu, Boise, deceased, and Dolly, deceased. This eulogy was written by Ria Ramdeen, who lives in Bermuda and is grieving to be here, but can't due to COVID restrictions, and another granddaughter, Shamala Muhammad. This serves to enlighten everyone about Miss Sonia's distinguished personality, which will be treasured by her loved ones. Aji was a very dedicated and hardworking woman. She shared inspiring stories with her grandchildren about waking up very early on mornings and walking countless miles to get to work, where she served as a water carrier with the Sangre Grande Regional Corporation. Even after her retirement, she would spend leisurely hours cleaning and cultivating her land with citrus, fruits, and vegetables. There is no denial that Aji loved all her children immensely. Once she harvested produce from the garden, whether peas or avocados, she ensured that she made a parcel for each of her children. She loved to sing and enjoyed chanting so much that when she had sleepless nights, in the wee hours of the morning, she would lay in her bed singing her bhajans and clapping her hands against her sides. Dancing was also her passion. From recall, we would be downstairs and suddenly would hear rhythmic footsteps on the wooden flooring upstairs. Then would run up the back stairs to see Aji dancing. It was entertaining to see her dance. Indian soap operas were Nani's favorite. She even named one of her parrot, Bani, after an Indian soap actress. Every evening, she would ensure that she got all her chores done so that she could sit and watch her Indian soaps. How many of you could watch an Indian soap without subtitles and be able to explain the storyline in its entirety? Well, Aji couldn't read nor write, but she could look at an Indian movie and tell you the first story of what the actors and actresses were saying. Our grandmother enjoyed cooking, and we believe that it was one of the secrets to her living a very long life of a whooping 101 years without any major medical complications. She will eat very little meat, but more vegetables. She loved making fig talkari, saltfish mixed rice, dal rice, and roasted coconut chutney. These are just a few of the many dishes she liked cooking a lot. Whenever we needed a good laugh with her, we would say, "Nan, say mayonnaise." She would say, "Martinez." And if you wanted even a better laugh, ask her to say KFC. She had a unique pronunciation which we were never able to replicate. This is a very happy memory that we can share about her. When you hear Barney the parrot laughs today, It sounded exactly how Nanny would laugh. Nanny opened up her home to several of her family when they encountered obstacles, just like the broken spoon and teapots which you can find in use in her kitchen. She believed in her family, and even in times we appear broken, never giving up on us. She was the strongest person and oldest person in her community, a true fighter and mother figure. Many times when she became ill, doctors would have given up on her, but she would always bounce back and fight on with life. On 2 occasions, she fell and fractured her hips and was told that she will not be able to walk again. But she proved the doctors wrong. Even after her first heart attack earlier this year, she fought through it and never let it ruin her joyful nature. She joked about it and said, "Life tried to bowl me out, but I am still going on, not out." It is because we are so accustomed to her bouncing back to life, we really didn't think that this time it was the final over for her. Ria believed that she would have fought a little longer for her to come over to visit with her newborn son. To our dearest grandmother, we love you dearly, and we will miss your presence sitting and lying on that bed with the company of her beloved caretaker, Mary. You have been around in all our lives for so many years, and you have become an essential part of us. It is going to be difficult for all of us to adjust to not having you around. It will never be the same. Thank you for your never-ending love and the treasured memories that we each were fortunate to create with you over the many years. These are memories that will forever be cherished in our hearts. You batted a really good innings, and God has called you to be with Him. May you rest in eternal peace. And Ria said, "I really wish I could be there to say goodbye to you. It really hurts, but I know how much I love you and will always do." And I close with a poem entitled Nanny. Thank you for the gift of love. Now that you are sharing it up above, you have many things to say in all a caring way. You always saw good in everyone, no matter what they have done. You were always the one we could all lean on, even though it must have felt like a thought. You were always the strength of the family. Now we must let you rest calmly. We say goodbye as tears roll down our eyes. We know your place in heaven has a good view. You are telling God you need to keep an eye on a few. You will always be in our hearts and minds. So Nanny, you must go, but we will never forget you are one of a kind.
Thank you very much, John. That was well done, well said. I'm quite sure there are many stuff in that eulogy you could take and fix your life. God does that lady, I must say. You know, I admire when she had said in the night when there is pain or sleeplessness, say, "Oh God, come, somebody come. Bring some tablet for me." She didn't do that. She recognized that the power is in my own heart and soul and my body. I can heal myself by myself. What's the greatest medicine she used? as Eulogy said, she began to recite bhajans. Bhajans means, anybody, what is bhajan? Huh? Bhajan means praises to God. There's a nice definition of bhajan in the Hindu scripture that says, Ish bhajan, sarati sujan. Ish means God. Praises to God is like a skilled driver. A skilled driver. Praises to God is like a skilled driver. If you sit in a maxi taxi or somebody's car, or you're flying in an aeroplane, you don't go down to the cockpit or the shop and say, sir, you know how to drive this thing? I'm going to such a place, you know. You better make sure you take me to my destination. You don't want to say that. Instantaneously you renounce your life in the hands of the driver. You don't tell him, look, there's a red light coming up there, stop. He knows he has to stop. He knows when he has to pull off. He knows the drive. So, each bhajan, sarati means a very skilled, a very knowledgeable driver. Sujan, clever. So, we all trust somebody driving our car, somebody, the pilot in the plane, we trust them. How many of you trust the prayer that you say to God? How many of you? You say, what, you think I'll get better tomorrow? What? You think tomorrow my child will pass the exam? You think? You don't question your prayer. When you give your prayer with the most loving and open and devoted heart to God, do you question it? You need to deposit your prayer at the feet of the God and allow it to mature, allow it to process. Like Sonia did. She sang her bhajan. Such was the wonderful nature of the bhajan. She even danced, she clapped, and she felt good, and she slept again. She healed herself by herself. What a wonderful reference point in our lives, my dear friend. What a wonderful reference point. Take a page from her life. Take a page and fix your own life. Make it better. Do like, the phone these days, these modern apparatus, every moment the phone says, you have to upgrade, you have to go upgrade, you have to become better. How many of us are constantly upgrading our lives, incrementally? Meaning to say that God says, you must diligently, incrementally upgrade your life in such a manner, when the time has come, it is so easy to access my divine nature. So easy to access. Don't wait until you get sick and death is going to come in. Baba, you come and do a prayer so now. Baba, you go pray. Too late, too late, too late. Developing love for God starts from your youth. Especially when you have a good mommy and a good daddy, a good parent to tell you, son, today you have to go to church, today you have to do the puja, today you have to do such and such. That will help us go towards the feet of the Maker. This life is not a free life, you do what you want. Oh no! When you understand the mechanics of life, you just, like she said, she pat in her crease. And God gave us so much chances because she was patting in her crease. Are you with me? Ram Nam? Satya hai, sabka ye hi gata hai. Let us praise the Lord. I'm not singing on your copy there, but I'll probably sing one from my head. Raghupati Raghav Rajaram Palit Bhavana Sitaram. That divine Father, the divine Master who looks upon the downtrodden people of the world and comes down and gives them some assistance to relieve their distresses. He is always there for us. Sometimes we think that God is not there for us and He is always there. She, he, whatever it is, you think it to be. Raghupati Raghava Rajaram Padita Pavana Sitaram 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 Bhajuman Pyare Sitaram 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 सीताराम ईश्वर रामा तेरो नाम सबको सन्मति दे भगवान ईश्वर रामा तेरो नाम सबको सन्मति दे भगवान रघुपति राघव राजा राम पतित पावन सीताराम सीताराम How many of you have said Sitaram to each other this morning? Or good morning. How do you do today? Have you said something nice to a person this morning? Is as equal as praising the divine. Ram Nam Satya. So, I want to thank all of you for being here this morning, my dear friends, and be part and parcel of the departure of Sonia. And you all know much better than me the life that she lived. I want to congratulate the family, the sons and the grandsons who have stayed there with her over the numbers of years and give her support. In today's world, I don't know if people have the same comfort as Sonia with our children, with our neighbors, I don't know. Sometimes when I see the business of the young minds today, the business, I just wonder if when we get old, if those kids will come back and look for us and support us. Are you seeing that? How have you seen that? If you have good children, praise God. When you have good children, praise God. And keep it there. If they are out of the way, pray to God that they come back home. Pray to God. Keep your love. Keep your love for them. Sometimes it can get very trying. Anger, all kinds of intense negativities can come into your mind. But no, allow God to eradicate that and fill your hearts with courage. Fill your hearts with courage. Because your end will come too. Whether you like it or not, it will come. We just hope and pray that we go a little older and some kind of reasoning will develop in our hearts in such a manner that our love for God will increase. We must die loving God. Not die wondering, what I'll do with the house? What I'll do with the car? And all the money I didn't see my daughter get married, what I'll do with that? Oh no. Die remembering and loving your Maker. There's a nice verse in the scripture that says, Antakale cha mamiva smaranukta kalivara yaprayati sadbhavam yadinastatra sanshaya. That the person who is dying and by their own volition, by their own selves, they can remember the Maker. You're blessed. You're blessed. You're blessed. If you could remember God for yourself, nobody must come and tell yourself, son, say Om Namo Bhagavati Vasudeva, take the name of the Lord. Nobody must tell you that. If you have developed your life rightly, if you have made God a habit in your life, nobody will come and tell you to remember God at the ending moment. And the verse says, if you remember the divine, even at the ending moment, there you go. And there is no return to this world. That's where we should go. Back to the feet of our people. In the night bhajana says, Itna tu karna swami jab pran tan sa nikale govind naam lekar meri jaan tan sa nikale. Lord, when you see I'm coming out of this body and I want to take your name, nobody must force me to take your name, I must automatically remember and say your name, O Lord. And nothing in my body must prevent me, must block me from remembering you and taking your name, Lord. And when you say come out of this thing, I want to see you there standing, waiting to collect me. Nobody else must collect me, O Divine Father, but you and you alone. You must want that. You must wish for that. You must work for that objective. Will do it very intensely. Who knows? He will come and fulfill your wish. Yes? Now? So, as I've said, God bless you, all of you. Thank you so much for being here this morning. So, she has lived her life fully. 90 years, how old is she now? 101. Imagine that. 100 and going on 102 almost. And then not even doctors could have come and probably do anything major for her. She was her own doctor. Imagine that. Can we be like her? Take a page from her life and improve your life. So as we go along for the next couple of days, you know, in the Hindu tradition, this is not the ending process of the ceremony. We're just going to dispose of the body in a very honored, legal, civilized fashion. That is to her. And then the next couple of days we are going to perform certain other ceremonies, we call the shaving ceremony and the Gandhara ceremony. Why do we want to do all that? We born to do that. Sometimes only 40 days could fix it. I'll tell you what. The thing that comes out from this body, and I want to go on YouTube, don't take my word for it. Go on YouTube and see how this thing has come out of the body. When the person has died, and you can go very carefully and you observe the body, you can look very well. You can see where they pass out. Sometimes you see the eyes wet. Sometimes you see the nose bleeding. Sometimes you see there's a froth on the lip. Sometimes you see the ears have a little blood. Nobody had touched them. But the passageway they came out could tell you. So there is something inside that comes out at the moment of departure. That which comes out, we Hindus, we understand that. Therefore, we do all those kinds of processes to help it in the next dimension. We don't stop at 10 days. We don't stop at 12 days. We don't stop at 40 days. We stop after 1 year, when there's no more record of the person. Yes? So, this is a wound in the family. I hope you, family members and members of the community, you can either you call or you come and just give a little constellation to the bereaved family. Don't end it today and say, I'm going to Nani gone, I'm going to Oh no! Your duty is to stay communicated. Communicate with the family through the medium of the phone if it has to be that. And when people know that they are being looked after by somebody, you just feel good, you know. When people are looking out for you and you just feel good, somebody watching out for you. If somebody is watching out for Andrea Bharat, today she will still be with us. Nobody watched out for her. Nobody. Today we need to look after each other. We should be our brothers. But next word. Brothers what? People, yes. We need to look after each other. How can we stay alive? How can we stay connected? How can we stay in one union state? So thank you so much, my dear friends, for being here this morning. And may you continue to give your support to the family for the next couple of days. So take flowers to the friends. Come on, come. May we all stand, my dear friends. Put our hands together. We continue to beseech the divine. Let's give the grace of God, one way or the other. So just so I can extend my voice. Continue to appeal to the Master in one way or the other. We bless our dear mother. She was a sister, she was a daughter, she was a son, a daughter of our country. She was grandmother, wife, so many roles that she played. May God bless her. Oh Divine Father, you are alone our Father, our Mother, our Helper, our Master in every way, Lord. You are the protector of those who have no support, O Lord. We bow to you in adoration. You are always in every way the giver of happiness. You are the destroyer of pain and vices. You are the protector of the entire world, Lord. So much compassion you give to us. Sometimes we do not recognize it, Lord. Thank you that you have remembered us. Sometimes we forget you and forget you. Sometimes completely, Father. But you have not forgotten us in any way. Yak Swami Sakha Itu
tu saha yak swami sakha tumhi eknath hamare ho जिनके कछुआर आधार नहीं जिनके कछुआर आधार नहीं जिनके तुम ही रखवारे हो कि तुम सहा यक स्वामी सखा तुम ही एकनाथ हमारे हो तुम ही एकनाथ हमारे हो राम नाम सत्य है. Now before I close, I just want to ask of you, if there's any way Nani has done something to you, either words or thoughts or deed, in some way that you feel uncomfortable with, I want to ask you to forgive her. Forgive her. Forgive and what's the next word? Forget. Forget the thing, man. Forgive and forget. And of course, if anyone you have done anything towards her, I ask her through God to also forgive and forget about the practices. So let us forgive on both sides of this. Let us continue to pray. Om Anadi Dhanu Deva Chamka Chakra Gadadhara Akshay Kundari Kasya Preta Moksha Pradu Bhava Om Krishna Krishna Pipalikam Tudina Bhajarava Sansara Vasanam Siddha Purushottama Tat Satvita Prashanti Om Tat Satvita Prashanti Tat Satvita Prashanti Shanti Eva Shanti Sama Shanti Devi Shanti Kalyan. बोले श्री राम नाम सत्य है सबका यही सत्य. So if you did not view the body as yet, you can come in one direction, take a flower, put a flower for her and walk out into another direction. So I give you about 5 minutes to do that. Come and view the body. Can I give some flowers at the come?
It's very, very important to keep an eye on one another's car. This is going straight down on the highway, down to Sugar, into Carroll. So again, to keep an eye. Please do not leave your valuables and your vehicles. Again, please do not leave your valuables in your vehicles. Thank you.
didn't know today would be our last, or that I'd have to say goodbye to you so fast. I'm so numb I can't feel anymore. I'm praying you just walk back through that door and tell me that I was only dreaming. You're not really gone as long as I believe. There will be another angel around the throne tonight. Your love lives on inside of me, and I will hold on tight. It's not my place to question, only God knows why. I'm just jealous of the angels around the throne tonight.